Hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zolan Ironshield. Alright you guys, we're going to do a little bit more on monster play. And I'm going to do a little bit of a review of the classes of the monster play here and what they are. So I'm also going to give you guys some links to the wiki Lord of the Rings down in the comment section. This really helps, the LOTRO wiki. They've got really good details. I am not a super expert on monster play, but I do know some of my stuff on it as well, so I will do a quick little overview for you guys. So, for example, there are a few kinds of creatures, right, species. You can play as a spider, an urukai, an orc, or a warg. Duh, they're right here, right? So, for example, the orcs can be either reavers or defilers. I believe they call them orcs. The urukai can be black arrows or war leaders. And then the wargs are just stalkers, right? So they're that class, stalkers, and spiders are weavers. They're that class. This is again something, if you read from here on the left, it kind of explains. There's different ranks when you rank up. It changes your title of what you are. So again, in the Freep side, these are two things that are very important to know. They're called creeps on the monster player side and freeps on the normal free people's side. Hence, free peoples versus the creeps or monsters of Middle-earth, right? That's what they're called, creeps and freeps. Those are the general terminology we've always used since I've started the game, and since I think everyone has played the player versus monster player mode in Lord of the Rings Online, the PvP in Lord of the Rings Online. So for example, rank 1 is a tracker. You're unranked. See, it says, so it's my name of my character, the rank, tracker, rank 1, reaver is the class basically. The picture shows you what they basically are. There's a little bit of a different picture for each class. It's kind of weird how they do it, where, you know, in Lord of the Rings, on the other side, on the free peoples, if you're a dwarf and you want to play a certain thing, right? It's like, it changes depending on your... It doesn't change your appearance, really, always, to do that. And again, in-game, you can change your appearance as a monster player. So, for example, like, as a dwarf, if you're a dwarf runekeeper versus a dwarf guardian, your armor might look different, but really, your picture doesn't change, right? Your little image of your character until you have a different helmet on or something. In monster play, they do change the image. And again, you can change your look in-game. Depending on your skin, basically, kind of like your image. Depending on your rank, you can earn new levels of looks and different things in the game. Defilers, again, we're gonna go through. I'm gonna do each class, a video on each class. So stay tuned. You can check out my next videos on that. I'll go into details. I will link again everything in the wiki, because I do love it that people really had a lot of interest in the monster player video that I did, and people made very nice comments and even added some extra info that I was not aware of or helped me with things. And they were also very kind and encouraged me and said that they really appreciated me making some videos on this. So that meant a lot. I thank all those people. So we're going to keep making some more videos on it. Maybe we'll do some more monster play. Yeah, be kind of fun to do. So anyway, so that's just a quick overview. I wanted to show you guys basically when you create one, you could really only have one. I tried to add more slots. I was looking it up. I don't believe you can add slots to monster play, but it doesn't matter because there's only these 6 that you can play. You can reset them, which means you lose all your work you did on them, but you can reset them. But realistically, there's really no point because you can only play as these classes. And let me pop over to the wiki here for just a second for you guys. And as you can see, here's the monster player, right? And then, you know, the available classes are Orc Reaver, Orc Defiler, which are the 2 pictures I showed you, the bottom and top of my list there. The Spider Weaver, they can only be Weavers, the Urukai Black Arrow, the Urukai War Leader, or the Warg Stalker, right? All of them which start at level 130. You have to be at least level 10 to play on monster play. This is very good information for beginners. If you're free to play, you're only going to get the Orc Reavers as your first class, right? And the other classes will cost you some LOTRO points. I recommend just being a VIP. Like, if you can afford that, again, it's like $15 a month, or you can buy the 3-month one, and it's $29 for 3 months. So like that's less than $10 a month. So I think it's very reasonable amount of money. It's not too much. If you're playing video games, that's really not that much, right? You know, go without one meal. No, I'm just kidding. That's a bad joke. Okay, forgive me. Again, there's another introduction one. I'm gonna link all these in the bottom of this playlist, so check that out. All right. So the freeps again, they're telling us the terminology I was showing you. The creeps again. Look, the orc, and they can be reaver and defilers. The spider, the reavers are high DPS class. The defilers are a debuff and healing class for their teammates, kind of thing. They also have good damage. The spider weavers are like an assassin, like debuffing class too. They're really annoying. The black urukai, the black arrows, I remember from battling them, they do great amounts of damage. They add bleeds as well. They're high range. The war leaders are very tanky. They're very tanky. They heal. They have all these different buff abilities for their teammates. And wargs are basically like the burglar of the monster side. They have stealth. They're fast, high damage. They like to pounce, attack, and run away. Like, that's kind of their thing. There's more info here. Roles. We can go into orc, reaver, melee combat equivalent to... I'm basically making this video so it's just easy for you guys, so you don't have to read all of this. I'm just giving you the overlay of things that I feel that are important for you to know if you're start learning about this a little bit. This is a very quick video. I'm going to make a video on each class of the monster play, which I think should be fun. We'll just go through and just play them for a few minutes and see what they look like and stuff. Make it quick. Class respect roles, fulfillment. See, orc reavers, they're frontline troops. See, primary, this is saying what I just said, right? The primary healer class in monster play, they're like the equivalent of a minstrel. This is exactly what I just said. The weavers are crowd control, limited range, ranged combat, pretty much everything I just said. Tank, healer, stealth, yeah. Okay, so I was right, proven by the wiki. Not that I need to prove myself, but there you go. I have enough experience in this game. All right, so here's someone on the word class. You can open up each one, but we're going to stick to that for now. Again, so when you first create your, I'm trying to remember what it looks like for you guys. I could get a whole nother account, set up a whole nother account for you to show you this. But realistically, it's going to be really simple. It'll probably either say create your character, or it's going to have the characters and their faces already here, all rank 0, possibly. And then I'm not sure, you might be able to make more than one reaver. I'm surprised. One thing I was surprised about is I was looking online. I don't think you can add more slots, which makes sense because really, why would you have multiple reavers on the count when they all do the exact same thing? But I mean, it really, if anyone knows if you can add slots, you leave a comment and tell me where you know that from, because I looked all over the wiki and I couldn't find it. And I looked in the store here and it didn't have anything about buying monsters player slots. So I'm pretty sure you can just have one of each of the classes, basically. And again, they're an orc, defiler, and these are the urukai, and then this spider and the warg, right? Yep, they're all pretty cool. They're all pretty fun. Again, in the next videos, we're going to go through right now. If you were here till the end, I appreciate you watching the whole thing. Don't forget to like the video. Please subscribe. That really helps me out. Share it with other people, and then check out the next videos. So we're going to do classes on each one. And don't forget to check out our main playlist on the channel, a LOTRO Tale. And I just did another playlist called a LOTRO Adventure, which is basically going to be me doing hardcore, actually playing a lot on the deadly mode in the new server Treebeard, which you guys are welcome to join me on if you'd like. I'm your hosting guide, Zolan Ironshield, and I'll see you in the next episode of Voice of the Rings. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.